So I'm back in San Diego, California right now at MJ's place from Trap Talk Radio. Last time I did a video here, kind of had some technical issues. We didn't get to see everything in that video, so I'm back to do a follow-up video. This place has really changed for the better. You have better stuff, cooler stuff, and then there's also some stuff that you don't have since the last time we were here. But in this video, I'm going to introduce you guys to some of the most amazing chondro pythons and emerald tree boas that MJ is currently working with. So we're going to get a complete tour. We're going to do it right this time. And also, Adam Wickens is with us.
Hi guys.
I'm Dave Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures. So MJ, last time I was here, we had a camera malfunction and half of the video didn't make it into the final video. We are rectifying that today.
Thank God.
Right? It's only taken me a year to get back here. But we're doing this follow-up video because there's some really cool new stuff that you have here. But we're going to start on this end with all of your chondros and emeralds. You may have one of the most impressive chondro and emerald collections in the country.
Whoa.
I mean,
thanks, Dave.
Well, you paid me, so you know. And speaking of paying me, let's pitch your podcast there.
Yeah, please. Trap Talk Reptile Network, the only reptile network that is 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday. So if you're looking to learn more about the reptile hobby or just keeping really cool, unique species in the hobby, head over to the Trap Talk Reptile Network. We're also on all audio major platforms as well. So
in all those episodes, I've been on twice.
You've been on twice on a Thursday night, which is the hardest and biggest night to come on. Like Thursday nights are the biggest nights. Like that's like headliner nights. And you've only been on headliner nights.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't waste your time anywhere else.
Okay, all right. Well, what are you doing Thursday?
I'm with Adam.
You're with Adam. I noticed that you also have an Adam Wickens here. How do you care for this, and are you going to try to breed it?
So I do have a pet, and so I'm not here to breed Adams. I feel like the world doesn't need more Adams. There's just one Adam, that's all we need right here. And you know, if we multiply more Adams, who's ever going to do good on YouTube if we have more Adams?
You know, I actually had a pretty successful breeding project last year, at the end of last year, and I'm trying to convince my breeding partner to do another one. So leave in the comments section below if you'd like to see me breed once again.
I'm sure you would appreciate everybody commenting yes. So let's start going, seeing as many of these amazing snakes as we can. Where do we begin?
Yeah, so last time you were here, like you said, a little bit of a difference from now. I feel like I'm always evolving, but I'm getting to the point where I'm at where I'm at. Like what I have is what I'm happy with. I feel like I can maintain it and keep it, but also breed it. I'm really here for the breeding side of things, and I want to be successful at breeding the stuff that I keep. So this wall right here is primarily green tree pythons. I have 5 green tree python clutches cooking in the incubator right now, 70 eggs. So biggest year I've ever had with green tree pythons.
That's fantastic.
Yep, here's one female. This is one of the females that gave me a clutch. This is a pure locality green tree python, a Biak locality.
If you haven't heard of Palm Street yet, you've got to check this out. It's a new online marketplace where you can see your new reptile through either live streams or direct from the breeder listings. The best part is all sellers are vetted to ensure your new reptile is healthy, and there are even exclusive perks for new members and so much more. Palm Street makes shopping for your new reptile fun. Check them out for yourself by hitting the link in the description below.
So this is a Biak locality.
Yes.
And that is an impressive snake.
So there's no morphs in green tree pythons, and that's not like a lot of people don't understand like how they look so insane sometimes. You know, either pure localities could look as good as this, but when you mix localities into each other, kind of like the hybrid emerald, you're going to get really insane looking chondros, which we can look at here in a sec. But yeah, that's just a pure locality green tree python. That's how they look like in the wild. And here's another F1 right now. So this one's actually even more crazier looking. That's also a pure locality as well. This is a fresh import. This actually came out of the wild.
Where did it come from?
Biak.
Biak.
And she gave me a clutch as well.
So for those who don't know, Biak is an island off the coast of New Guinea, and they grow their chondros nice there.
Yeah. That's probably the most primarily spot of locality snakes being found, green tree python wise.
Right. To talk a little bit about the process of breeding green tree pythons, because for a long time nobody could crack that code.
Right.
So what's changed since then?
Well, definitely a lot more people are taking a hack at green tree pythons, which is great. They've been on the up and up for the last 3 to 5 years. People have just been diving into green tree pythons, so those people are finally having some success, like myself. This is my 8th year trying to breed green tree pythons, and this is the first time I've ever gotten more than 1 clutch. Every other year has been quite the learning experience. I've had chondros go all the way up to 7 months and then die on me, prolapse. So it's just something where you got to figure out what works in your room, and it could take a lot longer than other people. Some people figure it out right away, some people don't. But a lot of people, I got to tell you right now, if you are having a harder time in the beginning, it's better than having better luck in the beginning, because there is a point in time you are going to go through some sort of headache, and it's better to go through that in the beginning and know what that's like versus thinking that you know it all, you got some success for the first couple clutches, and then you get kicked in the nads. So this is a humbling game, and it's not for the faint at heart. Like, you are going to take some losses, and if you're somebody who can't deal with losses, then I would avoid breeding green tree pythons. Keeping, walk in the park. Easier than ball pythons when it comes to keeping, but breeding, whole nother level. So this is one of my holdback northern emerald treeboa, 50% Miss Willie line that I was fortunate enough to produce this year, one of 6. So really excited to have this in my collection right now. But yeah, it's doing great. It's already had about 5 meals.
So you have had boas come out yellow.
Not me personally, but my buddy Chris Rice, who's probably the #1 in the northern emerald treeboa game right now as far as how many numbers he's produced, and he has hatched out some really cool looking yellow neonates, orange neonates, funky red looking ones, and of course green ones, because you could produce all green. They could come out green already, and this was an all red litter. So
this baby
April
was
26th.
born April 26th. We're shooting this in June.
So 2 months.
So 2 months.
This is 2 months right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with your boas, at what age do they start turning green for you?
I think about a year.
About a year.
Yeah, a year that OCC starts to kick in. But it all ranges too. You've had, like I said, my buddy Chris, who's produced a lot of these, he's had some ranges that, some start changing quicker than others. I think it all depends how they start eating.
Yeah.
If they eat good, they're going to change pretty quickly, I feel like.
Sure.
But it all depends. So really cool thing with northern emerald treeboas, I guess this is what you could consider a subspecies, maybe a morph. We need more information on it. If you know, maybe drop a comment below. But I'm going to show you what a patternless northern emerald treeboa looks like.
Ooh.
So yeah, you do see a little bit of black speckling, which is pretty neat because you don't really see that in a northern. So has already a lot of uniqueness to it, but yeah, there's not, I can't say there's no speck of white. There's like one little tiny speck of white on the back of its neck somewhere, but for the most part, no pattern.
Wow, this is gorgeous. And where did this snake come from?
So this came from a buddy of mine who imported it, so this is also an import.
And what are your plans for this snake?
Good question, because you would think you'd want to focus on the patternless.
Sure.
I don't have a patternless male, but you guys are gonna laugh. I think I'm gonna put Benny the Basin to this snake.
Benny the Basin.
I don't think anyone's done a hybrid patternless to a Basin. It's only been regular northerns to a Basin. So
That'll be interesting.
yeah, I'm just curious to see. And also, if you notice the black, that black has to complement Benny's black at some point. Like, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so speaking of Benny the Basin,
Yeah.
let's meet Benny the Basin.
Zilla has everything you need for your reptile pets, from caging to lighting and everything in between. To see their entire catalog and find out where you can get Zilla products near you, visit zillarules.com.
So Benny the Basin is probably my favorite snake. I'm not gonna lie. I can't live with a lot of the snakes I keep, but this is my guy right here. This is the cream of the crop. Produced by Ed Marino, who's my favorite Basin breeder ever to live on Earth.
Yeah, very talented breeder.
Yep. But yeah, 2018 Ed Marino production, diamond line, and that face is just getting black and black and black.
Look at that.
They say emeralds hit their prime about 12 to 15 years old, so this snake's not even close at its full potential what it will look like mid-age, because these emeralds go to about they can live up to 30 years.
Yeah.
This is a northern emerald treeboa, a Mrs. Willie line, and that stint is from legendary breeder named Rico Walder, is no longer with us. But yeah, this is just a northern emerald treeboa, one of my breeder males who sired my litter this year. He's a full-grown male, so this is how big a male gets. But the cool thing is you work with an animal like this that looks so intimidating, but throughout time you get comfortable with them and you realize they're just really nothing to fear when it comes to a snake like this. Now you want to be careful. There are some spicy ones out there, but just throughout time, they kind of chill out, and you don't have to really worry so much.
All right, so let me ask you this. What do you like better, northerns or Basins?
It's hard to say.
I know, right?
I can't live without, I need both. But man, like if you were to, because this is my favorite male. This guy's named Nacho. So Nacho is somebody I really love. And then why don't we look at Benny, the Basin, produced by Ed Marino, who's a legend.
Yeah.
Man, like if God were to come down right now and said, MJ, I have to take one of these, and it is what it is, I can't live without Benny. Like this Benny the Basin is something I dreamed about having. My buddy owned this snake before I did, and I was obsessed with it before I even knew I was going to own this snake, which never thought was a possibility. But it worked out, and now I have him, and he's amazing. And he's a 2018 Ed Marino production. His face is just getting black and black by the day. But then this right here is also a legendary snake, because this comes from bloodline from Rico Wilder. And Dave, you've been around long enough to know who Rico is. So these are just really two important snakes. But man, Northerns and Emeralds in general, they're amazing. They're just beautiful. Price-wise, these are a lot more expensive still, but I think that's changing with time. So, and I think hopefully Basins might come down in price.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Especially I mean,
the more
that's
people
the key.
produce them.
Right. So we learn how to captively produce these.
Right.
Brings down the price. More
Right.
people can get into them. More people can enjoy them. So let me ask you this real quick.
Sure.
So for people that want to get into emeralds, how do they tell the difference between a northern and a basin?
Distinctively, like they're a lot different. Like you might not think that, but I mean, even if you look closely here, you could see look at the head shape on the northern compared to this basin. It's a lot bigger. Like it's more of a bulldog, Right. Now females, don't get me wrong, can still get that head, but I mean this is a male, and so if you look at the green on a basin compared to a northern, they're like a night and day. It's different shades everywhere, and even the white, the bolts. It's a lot more. I don't want to say cleaner on a basin, but I guess
More pronounced.
Yeah, more pronounced. That's a good word. Yeah.
Right. But basins have kind of shortier. Good, Dave. Good. Basins have shorter, stouter faces, noses, if you will, and they have that. Generally, they'll have that complete stripe down their back like this, whereas northerns over here will have longer snouts.
Yeah.
And they will have bands across their back that aren't connected like a basin.
This isn't a typical basin. Like this isn't what you would call a textbook-looking basin. This has come from it's what's called a diamond line, produced by Ed Marino. And basically, with the age at this snake, where this snake's at, ready to breed. I mean, think about it. This snake was an $8,500 snake as a baby. So as a red neonate, this snake was $8,500. It is now 8 years old. Has already locked females. So if somebody really wanted to take this off my hands, I mean, somebody offered me $13,000 and I still didn't accept it, because to me it doesn't make sense to sell something that could give me babies that go for $6,500 to $8,000 a pop. So, but not only that, this is a very special snake. Money aside, this is a very special snake to me. These both are, but Benny is just something, like I said, at one point I used to dream about, because my buddy used to show me him all the time, and something about a basin, man. Once you see one for the first time, you don't stop thinking about it, and then once you see him in person, all the dots connect, and you just become obsessed.
So a lot of people out there are asking, is it possible to hybridize a northern with a basin?
Yeah.
And you're holding the answer, which is yes.
Yeah, and definitely got to say that northerns going into basins has been a thing for decades now. Tony Nicolai has probably has some of the best examples out there of what you can do when putting a northern into a basin. I will say my favorite hybrid northern basin was produced by Marshall Mendez, and that's kind of the only reason why I even have a hybrid, is because I could see the potential of putting the right percentage into this hybrid that could just produce something crazy looking. And at the end of the day, I'm really into the designer chondros, so why not give it a hack at the emeralds as well?
Absolutely. But to look at this, I mean, if you showed me this, I would say that's a funky looking northern.
Right. Yeah.
I would never think that this is a hybrid.
Yeah. But if you know what a basin head looks like, if you know like the difference in the quality and the coloration of a basin, you could see in the head, and even the way the scales are. Like if you see that there's smaller scales on a basin, like they're more finer on the head. And they're not as fine on the body. This is like a true 50-50 mix, I feel like, because to me, someone who has worked with these, the head scream basin and the whole body screams northern. And what you see majority of this snake from where you're standing is the body. You see the body of a northern, but when you pay attention to the head, you'll see like, holy crap, that's not a northern head, that's a basin head.
Right. How many hybrids in the world do you think there are? I mean, how many people are working with hybrids?
I mean, you understand, there's not everyone's showing their face on social media. There's some people like behind the scenes, but not a lot. Definitely not a lot. Nowhere nearly as much as designer chondros or, pure locality stuff. This is definitely untapped. Like this is uncharted waters for sure still.
All right, so let's move on to talk about these enclosures because these are really unique, really functional, and really awesome.
Yeah, I don't breed in these enclosures. I mean, I know people who do. There's nothing wrong with it, but for me, these are just for my breeder male northern emerald tree boas, and then I also keep some subadult grow-up green tree pythons in here. And so I have a designer green tree python in here, probably one of my most exciting designer green tree pythons I've been raising up.
Oh, wow.
Produced by my good buddy Patrick Holmes. The background on this snake is blue deuce watermelon paired to a biac. Anyone who's in the green tree python name definitely knows the name blue deuce watermelon. Very, very famous designer pairing that goes way back. So yeah, I'm just another snake that I can't believe I own is this snake right here. And Patrick's the kind of guy where not even money could get a snake like this. You just got to have something that he wants. So lucky for me, I was able to trade some really, really dark, beautiful looking beaded lizards for this snake. Remember the beadeds? Yeah, and I love those. Those things were nice. But yeah, me and Patrick worked out a deal, and I got this beautiful snake. And I mean, I think he was selling these as babies for $5,500 as babies. So somebody wanted this off my hand. I wouldn't take 10,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blue deuce.
Blue deuce.
Sounds like what you have the day after you eat a blueberry sundae. Did you hear that one, Adam?
Or blueberry slushy.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say something very similar, yes.
Out of your mouth, yeah. So are these enclosures custom made?
No, so shout out to Focus Cube Habitats, one of my sponsors. If you go to Focus Cube Habitats on Instagram or their website, they have these Focus Cube hangers. They have them in different models in different ways. I have the open face, but they also have them turned around, like if you like to have the long pull-out version as well. But yeah, this is just the open face hanger 6. They sell individually, and I just stacked them. So I was able to stack them. I actually ordered 6 more of these because, like I was saying, that side of the trap is going to be for the emerald tree boas. So these 3 boys are going to be going on that side, which is going to give me more space to put a lot of raise-up chondros here. So primarily, this is all going to be for chondros. That side will be for the emeralds.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And now you have these huge water dishes on the bottom that increases the humidity that they need. You have the heat tape on the back. You have the light for a photo period. We've got our blue tree monitors over here, and we're going to feed them.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Are you going to feed them Adam?
I'm slightly too big, Dave.
Slightly, okay. Look at this dude. I mean, that's the beauty of tree monitors. They're so acrobatic.
Yeah, they are. I mean, this is like a delicacy right here. I knew you guys were coming, and nothing gets them more excited than like a rat fuzzy, or this is an ASF fuzzy, but definitely not a part of its regular diet. If it's normally going to eat anything other than an insect, it's a quail. I think baby quails are a good part of the diet. But yeah, so for instance, this is just something like, like a good
treat.
Steak every month or something like that. Yeah. And especially these are younger too. I mean, they're still about a year away from breeding, so I could get away with kind of giving them, beefier meals here and there. But at this point, they're pretty great size. They're exactly where I want them, and now it's all about just maintaining where they're at and whatnot. Can I show you my holdbacks from last year?
Yeah, let's see your holdbacks from last year.
So
as a matter of fact, let's do this professionally, shall we?
Yeah.
So now you have holdbacks from last year.
Yes, I do.
Those out.
So finally, for the first time in
that's how you film a video.
This guy is so professional.
I'm saying.
Finally, for the first time in my chondro career, I was able to keep stuff I produced alive. And the first one I produced was in May of 2024. And this was a red neonate, now turning yellow.
Oh, wow.
And that's Fish, my buddy Fish.
That's Fish.
Yes.
That's a snake.
That's a snake. Fish, Phish.
Ah, I see.
Like the greatest band in the world.
I see. So how do you spell snake then? Like C
Chish.
Shish.
So yes, anyways, I produced this snake. And cool story about this snake, the mother gave 18 slugs and 1 good egg. That's this 1 good egg.
That's the 1 good egg.
And it went the distance. All its other siblings weren't even viable. They were all slugs. So 1 good egg out of the 18 or however many I just said. And then the one after that gave me 15 good eggs, and they all made it. But I only kept back 3 of them. And here they are.
Oh my God.
Again, these are pure locality green tree pythons. Both these parents were biacs.
Every time I hear the word biak, it always sounds kind of like a swear word, doesn't it? I mean, like, shut your mouth, biak.
Biak, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What I want to see, and I think everybody here watching this wants to see, all 5 people that are left watching to this point,
Yeah.
we want to see your most expensive chondro.
All right, cool. Let me show you Doogie Howser here.
Doogie Howser.
All right,
Oh
so
my God.
what makes this snake unique, 6 months ago, there was no dark dots on its head, first and foremost. So these black dots are multiplying, which Usually when there's dark dots like this involved with the chondro, it's when it's first born and then it goes away. There's a reverse effect on this one in particular. Its melanism is coming in with age. And this one has an insane lineage on it, like really crazy, all the way back to Trooper Walsh and some other really crazy stuff. But yeah, this was snake produced by my buddy Socrates over at Arboreal Max Arboreals, and I named him Doogie Howser. This was a $9,500 baby.
It's one of the things that I love about chondros is they're like snowflakes.
You mean they get offended by everything? Is that
Yeah,
what
that's
you're saying?
correct. Yeah, they get offended by everything they read on Facebook, the internet's bathroom wall. Chondros and emeralds are where your future focus is going to be, isn't it?
Bread and butter, yeah. I mean, I can't not give it up to the ball pythons. That's where it all started for me. I still have ball pythons. I have about 10 ball python clutches this year. But man, it's changed. I mean,
It has changed.
4 years ago, I wanted 50 ball python clutches. I'm not trying to hit anything over 10 clutches at this point. But if you want to ask long term, what I want to eventually just walk into room-wise someday is just nothing but these beautiful green tree pythons and some emerald tree boas and some bowling at some point. But I need more space. I don't know. This is the only room I have. My wife won't let me put anything in the house. So yeah, day by day, guys.
Day by day. So I just want to thank MJ once again for giving us another tour of his incredible reptile room here. If you want to see more about this place, go visit Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. His link is in the description below, and also tune into Trap Talk Radio. It really is a really cool podcast. So guys, as always, thanks for watching, and until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.